What's going on, everyone? We are inching closer and closer to the NBA draft, and one of the options for the Los Angeles Lakers at number 17 would be Jett Howard. Now, Jett Howard is 20 years old, 6'8". He's got good size, good length, quality player. He is also the son of Juwan Howard, and he's a guy that could really make a lot of sense for the Lakers at number 17. A lot of people really want to see the Lakers draft Jett Howard. He comes from Michigan, so he plays for a big name, prestigious type school. He's a guy that can really kind of provide some quality, just depth, athleticism, size on the wing, could play both forward spots, even a little bit of maybe even the guard spot, kind of go if you wanted a bigger lineup because of his ability to shoot the ball. He, for Michigan this past year, shot 41% from the field, which isn't great. That's not like ideal. You want somebody that can shoot better than that. But he did shoot 37% from three and 80% from the free throw line. So he is a guy that can shoot the ball. And that is good, right? That's what the Lakers are looking for. 3-and-D style two-way wings. He gave Michigan 14.5 points per game, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, just under a block and under a steal per game. This is a guy that could impact both sides of the ball. There are some concerns about his upside, like how much potential does he really have? Is he a guy that can become a star one day? Is he a guy that's just kind of a rotation type guy? Very likely he's going to be just a quality, solid type role player. Think of maybe like a Jeremy Grant, something like that. Like, I don't think Jett Howard, at least personally, is going to be a guy that is all of a sudden one of the best small forwards, shooting guards in the league, right? He played a lot of shooting guard for Michigan. He's listed as a position for shooting guard, small forward. He'll probably play more small forward, even power forward because of his size at 6'8", 215. It's kind of just the NBA that we're in. And he's projected in the Lakers range. Now, it's very likely he won't even be on the board at 17. He's projected in like the 12 to 30 range. I know that's like a broad range, but that's just kind of what players are. He'll likely get picked up somewhere in like the 13, 14, 15th overall. But if he does end up falling to the Lakers, then I think you have to swoop him up, right? His tools are, being a floor spacer, knock down the three ball. He has a good shot. He's a guy that can continue to work and develop on that shot. I think he's a guy that could legitimately be a 3-and-D, a two-way wing. I really do. I think he's a guy that can, think of, again, a Mikal Bridges, something like that. I mean, Mikal Bridges has looked like a star with the Brooklyn Nets, but, for the most part, for most of his career, he's been the guy. He's been like, a two-way, solid, just sizable type wing that could defend best player on the other team and knock down the three, right? And go get you 15 to maybe 20 a game. That's what I see Jett potentially being. That spacer, that playmaker. He can, dish the ball, keep the ball moving, which is nice. As a swing man, it's what you want to see. You don't want to see guys that the ball just sticks to them and they think that, they're going to get 20 shots per game, especially early on coming on to the Lakers. Jett Howard, in my opinion, is actually one of the few guys that could potentially have an impact right away with the Lakers. Now, of course, you never know. It's the draft, right? Maybe Jett Howard turns into the next big thing, right? Maybe he does develop into like just a ridiculous level guy. But I think realistically, for real expectations for people that are like, Jett Howard, he's the next star. I don't know about that, but I do think he could be a guy that, a Michael Porter Jr. type thing, where it's like, he's really good, borderline all-star, but, he's never going to be the guy, right? That's what I kind of lean towards with Jett Howard. He's good, kind of playing in the team scope of defense. He's got good size, good length, to be have some intangibles with his wingspan, things like that. He can sort of rotate and guard multiple positions. He's got the foot speed to stay in front of guys. Those are all things that are really good. He's not like crazy athletic or like elite, as far as athleticism goes. He kind of gets lost at times, but how much of that is just the college fast pace, floor space type thing, where he'll kind of lose assignments, won't adjust the way that you need him to. But with the right discipline, the right focus, the right environment, I think he is a guy that can kind of lock in, and he has the tools, is my point. He's a guy that can kind of stick, like, hey, this is your assignment, rotate, stick to that guy, don't lose sight of it, and just kind of buy into the defensive scheme that Darvin Ham is able to set up, which Darvin Ham has had some great success already with guys on the Lakers roster from a defensive perspective, right? I mean, he even got Russell Westbrook to buy in defensively. So if he can do that, then I do expect Jett to evolve into that. And, there are some things you can teach, right? He has the tools. He just needs to be taught and understand and grasp that. But he is a hustle guy. He is a guy that'll go after loose balls. He's a guy that, isn't afraid to sacrifice his body at times. He's a guy that has nice keys, nice moments. But his weaknesses are definitely a concern. And, again, when you're talking about college students and you're talking about, college athletes and stuff, they all have weaknesses. None of them are perfect players. None of them are ideal players. You can poke a million holes into basically every player's game, right? Unless you're Victor Wembanyama, because everyone just believes he's going to immediately come in and be the best player in the league. I don't know about that. He has his holes and flaws too. But every player has their holes and flaws. It's just, can they turn those holes and those flaws into their strengths as they mature and become and continue to be a quality NBA player? He's a guy that understands the league because he has a father that was in the league and went through the ins and outs and was a part of the NBA even post that in college and all that stuff. So he's a guy that gets it and understands the work and the effort and everything that goes into it. So if he's willing to take the time to put in the work and put in the effort, I do believe that he can make that transition into the NBA to be a real quality guy. Again, don't expect him to come in and be our starting small forward or anything like that. But I do think he's a guy that could potentially get some rotation minutes on this roster. He's a guy that could come in, get some nice development, maybe spend some time in the G League, kind of like what we did with Max Christie this year, right? I could see him kind of following that suit, get some burn in the G League, play a couple minutes in the NBA. Maybe he has a game where he starts or whatever, just to kind of get him that experience over the course of the season. But I think he's a guy that 2-3 years he'll start coming into his own. I think he could be a quality rotation guy, a guy that could really fit what the Lakers have going on. Now, if he can continue to develop his shot and if he can be a 37% three-point shooter, then he'll definitely have a spot in this league. Again, he's got the size, he's got the length, he has the ability to score and shoot the basketball. There are some concerns in regards to just his overall offensive game. How well can he adjust to scoring outside of just being specifically a three-point shooter, right? Like even like Michael Porter Jr., like as great as he's been, he pretty much just wants to shoot threes all game. But you'll see moments where he will put the ball on the deck and get to the basket. Can Jett Howard evolve and do that same thing? Is he a guy that can come in and kind of, take the defender off the dribble, finish strong, finish through contact, maybe knock down a mid-range shot, things like that. He is He is quick with the ball. So he is good at, like, if you're setting a screen, coming off of that screen and kind of firing off the dribble. Being that I could see him being a 3-level scorer. Right now, he is more of like catch and shoot. He's actually one of the better college players in catch and shoot scenarios. That's why I think he could get some rotation minutes and actually play some quality minutes with the Lakers, because that's the one thing that he's got, is that ability to shoot off the dribble, shoot and catch and shoots, which would make him just very valuable for the Lakers. That's what the Lakers need. But again, can he do everything else, right? He's a guy that needs to be set up, right? He's not so far, he's not a guy like you want to just give the ball to and let him go get a bucket, right? Like, that's not ideal. You want him next to a LeBron James who's putting him in position to have success, to be able to contribute. That's ideal. Now, again, that doesn't mean he can't develop that and become that, but it's just things to keep in mind. Look, if the Lakers draft Jett, I'll be jumping up and down for joy. I think he has the potential to be a very good quality player. And look, at 17, not his age, at the pick that we have the 17th pick, you're just looking at best for a quality rotation guy. Can you get a guy that can come in and provide 20 plus minutes a game? If you can, then that was a home run pick, right? You're at 17, you're not talking about, a top 10 pick that you're hoping can be the face of the franchise in 5 years, right? No, this is a guy that you're hoping can come in, be a Austin Reeves type guy where it's like, oh man, like that was a present supplies. Like, that's that kind of thing. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Would you want the Lakers to draft Jett Howard? Do you think, no, let's go with somebody else? How do you feel?